I think people become disconnected from nature when they spend less time with it. People are busy, I'm busy, we're all busy, and people spend their day, you know, going from work to the bank, to the grocery store, to home, to their families, and at some point along the way you kind of lose contact with nature, especially if it's not in your immediate environment. So if you live in a city, you really lose sight of, you know, you see the occasional neighborhood tree, which is great, but you can very easily lose sight about what's out there if no one's showing you.
So what I hope to do with this project is basically reach out to McGill staff, students, faculty, and to all those who are living in Montreal. And I think where this comes from for me is a lot of time, really even since I was in high school, reading about sense of place and how important sense of place is and how little connection people have these days to nature. And our realization through the research that we're doing in the lab that people really are connected to nature more than they realize. So when they go buy a bagel in Montreal, that nature plays a role in providing that bagel to them, or when they go to the park, or you know, even when they go to the club or do things that they don't really associate with nature at all. And so we really wanted to paint very clearly those connections for people so that they can realize, even when they're living in a city, that nature plays a big role in their lives.
We're building an interactive online space where members of the McGill and Montreal community can come together and share stories about the ways that nature and ecosystem services positively affect their well-being while living on the island of Montreal.
My definition of ecosystem services is really the benefits that nature provides to society. So that can be things that we actually consume, like food and water and timber. It can be more kind of spiritual or cultural things, like a place to recreate. Our sense of being Canadian is really linked with nature and the environment around us. So that's an ecosystem service. And then there's a whole bunch of services that are regulating services, things that where it controls climate and where it controls insect pests and disease outbreaks.
On a beaucoup de choses qui sont naturelles, des écosystèmes en fin de compte qui nous donnent des services. Puis en prendre conscience, ça peut être très bénéfique pour pouvoir mieux les utiliser.
So whether you realize it or acknowledge it or not, every single person on this island relies on natural systems and the benefits they provide for their health and for their well-being. And if we can raise a little bit of awareness about that would be awesome. That would be a complete success for me, because people won't protect what they don't understand.